This is our old DT466 International. She's old school, man. She still works. Yeah. When you look out and you can kind of see kind of across all there, they're all kind of pointing up. And I just like to look at it and I'm saying they're praying for a good yield. What we got here? And I'm not gonna get close to that hornet. But you can see how pretty that zucchini is. I mean, just look at the smoothness on that skin. Let's dig up a hill. Always got to watch it so you don't rip your fingernails up. That hurts. Since we don't have a shovel, gotta get them disconnected. They're growing good in there, and there's a good bit in here too. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a very little one, 7. Don't think I left any behind in there. Maybe 1. Maybe that was just a feeder root. Looks like about 7 out here. And they're all, especially these right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them all pretty much the same size. If we dig these at the right time, that's a good potential being 6 number 1s right here on this hill. And that's good. Yeah, when you see them uniform like that, that's ideal. All that's dependent on, you know, the weather, but I'm able to control that a little bit better as long as it doesn't rain too much by applying it with my drip. So if I can keep the fertilizer right and I can keep the water right, consistent, then the sweet potatoes are going to be consistent in size. A lot better chance. So I do better when we have more number 1s because that's where our profit comes from. That's where our, that's where we pay the bills is number 1. So when you're digging up taters hills that look like this, that's good. Now keep in mind, this is 1 in 12,000 plants. So it could be better or it could be worse. But to just go out randomly and do 1 check and see that, I went through a pretty typical area in the field where most of the dirt is like this. So, and most of the sweet potatoes plants look like this area. So it's a pretty good chance that most of them are like this. But yeah, they look good. The shape on them is good. They're not trying to ball up too much. They're stretching out. The skin color looks great. Can't wait till they're ready for us to dig them up, put them in the shop, and start packing these bad boys. This is our old DT466 International. Dad bought this thing a long time ago. Used to haul all the sweet potatoes and stuff in there and his tobacco to the market. And I still use it. I actually, when I started taking over, I delivered sweet potatoes in it a lot. Don't ask me about how much weight I put in there. We won't talk about that. But yeah, she's old school, man. She still works. Yeah. Rusty in there, but that bad boy will fire up. These things are very dependable engines. Me and Mark put that in there because we made deliveries in it to MDI. Put like 500 box sweet potatoes in there and deliver. And so we wrote the Tater Express on there. So yeah, we still use it. We haul fertilizer. We haul my plants around with it at fields and stuff. Yeah, put my sweet potato plants in there. Right now we've got fertilizer in the back of it. So that's, yeah, we still use it. A nice truck. We painted it several years ago. A little touch-up job to it. But I mean, she works, so she's not clean, but these are good trucks. One of my favorite things with this truck was when I was little, my dad used to take me to the tobacco market with him. And that was like my favorite thing to do, especially if it was during the weekday and Mom let me off school to go to the tobacco market with Dad. I just remember getting up really early in the morning. He'd bring me a pillow and a little blanket, and I'd sit over there in the passenger seat and just lay my pillow up against that window and just go to sleep, and we'd wake up and I'd be there. And I loved going to the tobacco market. So and sometimes we would even go the night before and stay in a hotel up there, and that was really cool too. I loved when we got to do that. So yeah, a lot of time spent in this truck, even when I was little. So yeah, I like this truck. Let's go check out our squash and our cantaloupe. Out here in the squash field, this is our 3rd crop. They're coming along good. We did transplants for these. And yeah, they look pretty good. Zucchinis out here. I've seen a few out here a little bit bigger. So, probably in the next 5 days, something like that, they're gonna start putting where we're gonna be out here picking them every day. So got this right here. It's a little baby right here, but you know, a couple days, because not really at the stage where they're actively growing very fast yet. They're still just kind of setting their production. So this one right here, normally when we start out here and we actually get to harvesting every day, this one by the next day will be ready, but tomorrow it will not be ready because it's just not pushing out production like that yet. But nevertheless, several days, this one will be ready. There's a little baby right behind that one. You can see it. And then there's several more down in here, popping, getting ready. There's one more right there. There's another one right down in there. And just the majority of them, they're all, you know, they're kind of setting their production right now at this point. And this is the time where I really like to keep a lot of fertilizer to them to kind of get them leaves out there really big. And we've had a few, there's a few out here I've seen that are a little bit too big. So, but I mean, you can't, not every one of them is going to be perfect. So you're always going to miss a few. Yeah, that was a little too big. We bring our knives out here because we can't twist them, or a lot of times it'll break the end off. But we always cut them, clean cut out here. So, but this right here is a little bit smaller than what we would be looking for. It depends on how fast as they're growing as to if we would actually pull this in a day when we're harvesting, but generally we'll leave it out there a little bit longer because I want them just a little bit bigger than this. If we pull them all too small, then we'll lose a lot of yield, and the grocery stores, they would prefer them a little bit bigger than this anyway. So this one's just a little bit shy, but it's getting close. But you can see how pretty that zucchini is. I mean, just look at the smoothness on that skin. Look at how clean it looks. We really like this variety. The stores love it, and people love it. So you generally, our first picking, we'll always do a little bit of cleaning. So you can see that one right there, she's bad. But when we get out here, once we get any ready, sized up, because this one right here is not ready yet, probably in a couple of days, we'll come through here and clean any bad ones off. That helps the squash plant produce more. We don't leave any bad ones on the plant. So pull the good ones, don't leave any bad ones. You'll get more yield out of it that way. But yeah, these are looking pretty good. You know, there's that one, there's another one here, third one here, fourth one here, fifth one here, and they just kind of keep stringing along and giving me more plants. There's a sixth down in there. So yeah, pretty good amount here, and one bad one. But overall, looks pretty good. They're sizing up, so hopefully we'll have a good crop out here, I believe. Yeah. This is there's some honeydews right there, the first couple rows. Then right here is cantaloupes, and then this is a few watermelons. So we still probably got a few more weeks before we start picking these. At least a week, because they will change very quickly. But these are already sized up. This is gonna be a pretty good sized cantaloupe when they get the, you know, change in color for me. Hopefully these will be like 100 count bins. But yeah, there's a bunch out here just kind of spread throughout. You can't see it because there's so much vine growth, which is protecting them from the sun. But if you just all of a sudden just looked at all the cantaloupes that were out here without all this vine, it will just be loaded because there's a bunch. So yeah, can't wait till we start picking these bad boys and sending them out. And yeah, the honeydews, they look loaded down too. They look really good. And the watermelons are one of my fave. This variety, like a sugar baby type that we've been growing, and it's been really, really sweet, really sweet. Here's one of our little sugar baby types, and this will get a lot bigger, but it's hard to find them because they're small and there's so much vine growth out there. But we got one over here out here in the middle of the row. But yeah, that's her right there. She'll be a lot bigger before she gets ready. That thing has not been pollinated properly. It is misshapen. This is our pollinizer right here. This is a variety. It's just a number, but it's a pollinizer. So we literally just plant, this is a seeded variety, and we just plant these to pollinate the seedless variety that we have out here. And I'm not gonna get close to that hornet. Oh yeah. Still not ready yet, but it's got a ways to go. But yeah, that'll be a pretty one. Y'all check out this new project I'm super excited about. Let's go check it out. How far am I walking? So this is Pilson Acres. This was our family's private getaway for a long time, and just decided to open it up to the public. We can do weddings down here. family gatherings, all kinds of things. It's just a very secluded location down here at the middle of our farm. It's just so beautiful that we figured, hey, maybe we'll open it up for people to share. And you can see beautiful pond out here. It's at the heart of our farm, so crops are everywhere. You might see us out there working in the fields. Games for kids and adults. So we offered it up about a week ago, and we've already probably got about 6 or 7 people interested. So it's really cool. It's just basically just part of our diversification, you know, with the farm, just kind of bringing more people onto the farm to experience it, you know, giving us another reason to hopefully pass it down to the 5th generation. You know, give the 5th generation a good opportunity to keep this farmland as it is. So we're really excited to add that to, you know, everything else that we already do. Thanks for following along. If you like the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, helps us grow it. And we'll see y'all on the next one.